Hello again, and welcome back to the Nexus. I am TJ, aka King Congestion. May 15th is going to be our last Wednesday service until August. You don't want to miss it though, because the students are going to be taking over the worship center, and if you haven't seen those kids lead worship, you're in for a treat. But for now, let's finish up our Staff Connect tournament. You heard the man. It is semifinals and finals for our Connect 4 tournament, starting with Martha and Chad. In my opinion, this is one of the most sought-after matches on the card. Martha and Chad have been two of the strongest competitors, I think, in the tournament thus far. But right here, Martha has a row of 3, but gets herself set up to be blocked with authority from Chad in the green. Nonetheless, another row of 3 for Martha, and Chad now ponders what to do next. The game rolls on, and a dangerous look for Martha, as now we have 2 rows of 3, perpendicular to each other. Now Chad has to think. He shouldn't have to think too long. There's really only one move that'll save the game. That one right there. So now Chad only has the 1 row of 3 to worry about. And I will say, folks, that this game looks a little bit lopsided. You can see there's a hefty island of red in the middle with like an outline of green along the outside. And in my experience, those are the kind of games you want to avoid as the green, as Martha now has 2 rows of 3 that kind of pigeonhole Chad. And I don't know if he knows this, but he's got no way out of this one. Martha, if she knows what she's doing, well, that says it all. With 5 in a row, Martha moves on to the finals. We're in for a wild one, as it's the Wildcat Brian Maynard versus the wild card winner Jael Kennedy. Wisely picks the middle to start with, and now Brian, after a brief moment of strategic thinking, right next to her. Now, if this were earlier in the tournament, I would say you might be able to get away with this, but Jael tries to catch Brian sleeping. But Brian says, no way, I saw that coming. Perhaps a little bit too amateur for the semifinals. And yet again, another situation where Brian lets Jael build a tower of 3, and while it's easy to see coming, you don't want to allow all that presence on the field, but a lapse of judgment, or maybe she just didn't see it. Jael fails to block the row of 3 on Brian's part. He wins and throws the ring. Let's look at that again, as Brian walks away with victory on his face. But we have to look at that piece one more time in super slow motion. We're going to zoom and enhance. You can see it bounces 1, 2, 3, 4 times, thus making it a legal celebration. No penalty will be assessed. More importantly, it is the finals. This one is for all the marbles. Brian versus Martha. Now, I don't want to spoil anything, but this game was truly spectacular. Both players focusing vertically instead of horizontally, primarily staying towards the middle. Martha here's taking a second. Let's see if we can see what she's thinking. What's going through your mind?
Math.
Martha's got math on the mind as she finally makes her choice, and now it's Brian's turn to answer. But almost like he didn't learn anything from the game with Jael, he sets himself up to be blocked. So now he's got to think of a different way to get 4 in a row. But this part is truly astounding. As you see, Brian puts a piece there. If Martha doesn't put this piece here, then Brian wins. But if Brian just puts it in the same slot, he'll have 4 in a row. He would have won. But he sits and thinks, and eventually decides to put it in the middle slot. But what Brian didn't see is that Martha has the opportunity for 4 in a row right here if she puts it all the way on the right. But Martha still has to see the block from Brian, so who knows what's going to happen. And as Brian scratches his ear in anticipation, Martha finds her opportunity for 4 in a row and is the champion of the Tomoka Staff Connect tournament. You're the champion.
I'm the champ. Woo!
Now that crown belongs to Melanie, so you can.
Okay.
Hey Tomoka, this is Sarah Charles and I'm here with Grayson, and Kevins is currently in Haiti. We just wanted to give you guys a quick update from Jeremy Christian Mission and let you know how everything is going. And I'm sure you have heard Haiti in the news, and it's really a sad situation of what's going on. The violence is still going on. The gangs are still in control of Port-au-Prince, and it's messing up our supply routes. So our biggest issue in Haiti right now is food. Like, people just can't afford to eat. They can't afford to buy the food that they need. But despite everything that's happening in Haiti, we just wanted to share a few videos with you guys of a revival service that Kevins had a few weeks ago, where hundreds of people came forward and gave their lives to Christ and have been baptized. And out of those revival services, we've been able to plant a new church in downtown Jeremy, which is just amazing. And it's full to capacity every single Sunday, every service they have. It's just amazing to see what God is doing, right, Gray? It's just amazing to see what God is doing, and we're so excited. Everything that's taking place, despite the darkness in Haiti, God still has a plan, and He's still moving, and it's amazing. We miss Kevins, we miss him so much, but man, it is so good to see those videos and those pictures, and we wish that we could be a part of it. But thank you guys so much for your support. Thank you for your prayers, and just keep praying for Haiti, right? Pray for Haiti.
Hey guys, Pastor Joe, thanks for giving me a minute. What an incredible spring we've already had. Easter was incredible. Over 6,000 people joined together to worship. Probably the most exciting thing to me is to see our campuses growing, see us filling up the services, seeing our Spanish and Portuguese and Chinese services growing. That's just, it's like watching your kids grow up. It's just really, really cool. So we've had a great spring. We've gotten through some big events. We've got our wedding event coming up. Be praying about that. The baptism event happens every month. We've already kicked off with a great one in April. And of course, basically through August or September, we'll be doing those. So anybody who needs to accept the Lord, you can always use that to talk to your friends about. That's a marker that you can put out there. And if I could push one thing, I'm telling you, and listen, I was the dean of a week of camp. That means I was like responsible for a group of 3rd and 4th graders. I did it for 25 years at North Florida Christian Camp because I believe in it that much. The impact you can have on children's life, and how many of those children are now not only just faithful Christians, but they're godly mothers and fathers, and they're in their churches leading, teaching Sunday school classes. Some of them are in full-time ministry. Some of them are on the mission field. But there's nothing like them getting away from life, unplugging, and just having fun again, just to be a kid. Whether it's grade school, middle school, high school, we've got so many options. You go to the event page and you can sign up. Vacation Bible School, North Florida Camp. We've got CIY, Christ in Youth Conference, and we've got another high school, middle school camp. We've got so many options available, and there are scholarships. We won't pay for everything, and there's ways your kids can earn money, but there are scholarships to help because we don't want any child to be left behind. This is such an incredible spiritual opportunity. I am honored and blessed to be your pastor. I'll see you somewhere, somehow, this weekend.
We want to know what you want to see. Comment below any questions you have about Tomoka, and we'll try to get them answered in the next Nexus video. Remember to like and subscribe. Peace.